Hello everyone, and welcome back. Welcome to another exciting evening with Dawn and Michael from Chasing Neat.
Exciting.
And tonight we are going to be trying Milam and Greene.
Milam and Greene.
Unabridged, volume 3. Now this is a bottle that we got recently at the Kentucky Bourbon Festival in Louisville. Not Louisville, in Bardstown. I remember last time I said...
we were exposed
Elizabeth.
to... Yeah, you did say that. We were exposed to Milam and Greene when we were in Louisville at the Bourbon Women's Association Symposium. But there was so much bourbon to be tried at that festival? That weekend?
At that symposium?
A symposium. We didn't even get a chance to try the Milam and Greene. Not that we didn't have the opportunity to, but we.
But we did get it signed by everybody.
Yeah, we got it. Well, not until we went to the Kentucky Bourbon Festival. Yeah. But anyway.
So this bottle comes in at 59% alcohol, which, if you do the math,
118.
Yep. Now, I have to read this because I can't remember it. Is this a bourbon? This is a bourbon. It is made up of...
Wait, is it a bourbon? Really? I feel like it might be.
It says a blend of straight bourbon whiskeys.
Okay.
So, yes, it's a bourbon.
All right, there you go.
All right, it's made up of 6 different bourbons. Well, I shouldn't say different whiskeys. Anyway.
No. I just double checked. It says a blend of straight bourbon whiskey. So it is bourbon whiskey. So when you start reading that, I think because there were some in Texas.
Well, there's a Tennessee. So I was,
Yeah, but it's a Tennessee bourbon whiskey.
Yeah.
That's the thing. Can you tell we were like, wait, it says Tennessee and it says Texas on the box. It can still be bourbon.
That's true. It may not. That one
bourbon
from Texas may not be a Lincoln process. Anyway, so there are forecasts. There's a 10-year Kentucky bourbon, a 9-year Kentucky bourbon, a 6-year Kentucky bourbon, a 4-year Texas bourbon with malted rye, a 4-year Tennessee bourbon, and a 3.5-year Kentucky bourbon whiskey with malted rye.
So it goes from 3.5 is the lowest to as high as, what's the top one, 10?
10 year.
10 year. So, but based off of bourbon rules, you can only state on the lowest juice, even if it is the least amount in there.
Right.
So.
And it's I believe the one I listed out as Texas bourbon whiskey with rye.
Malt in it?
With malted rye. The 4-year, I believe that is their
juice?
Juice.
Okay. Yeah. Otherwise, we could figure out like what all the different versions are, and that's all from Kentucky, so it's okay. It's okay.
Ta-da.
We know we like this because we bought the bottle.
That's right.
But yeah, let's refresh our memories.
Ta-da.
So, being that this is Milam and Greene Volume 3, infers there's a Volume 1 and 2, which we do not have.
We do not have.
No, we do not have, but we do know some people who have Volume 2, and I think maybe a Volume 1, so we'll see if we can chase
make sure
a sample of that, right?
Wash off the names.
Yep. While we were there at the Kentucky Bourbon Fest in Bardstown, you actually got the master distiller, Marlene Holmes. And did you get is this Heather's signature here? Heather Greene, co-founder of Milam and Greene, also signed the bottle. Heather Greene, right?
Yes.
Right.
Heather Greene is the master blender.
And Marlene is the master
Holmes
distiller.
Is master distiller, and is it Joyce Milam?
Heather Greene and Marlene Holmes.
I know, but the first name of the Milam.
I don't know.
I thought it was Joyce. Anyway,
you might be right. I don't know. I wasn't paying attention.
Yeah. She's the owner, who started the
co-owner with Heather. Maybe.
Yeah, but she started it, and then she brought in the other two women.
Oh, okay.
And then Holmes became partner.
Okay.
But yeah, what is her name?
It's going to bug you if you don't figure it out by now.
But the original owner started out, her father made his wealth in the oil industry, but not in Texas, but in Ohio.
Oh, really?
And then after graduating college, she went and became I think a music promoter.
While and still being in Ohio, you mean?
Marsha Milam.
Marsha.
Marsha.
Well, how do we forget that?
Yeah.
That's almost like Marsha Licorice from Iron Root.
Oh, yeah.
But not anything related to the Milam and Greene other than Marsha Licorice is also in Texas.
Yeah.
Do we know how they got from Ohio to Texas?
She was putting on the Texas Music Festival, I think.
Okay. Love Texas, and that's where she ended up.
I don't know if she started there or if she ended up there or, the music brought her there, but she ended up staying.
And let's be honest, Texas, we were there for a week, and it's pretty awesome in Texas. You could almost talk me into moving to Texas.
Yes, but not California.
I'm not going. Yeah, no way. Texas is, it's vast, and it was warm in May. It's like, I can only imagine how hot it gets in the summer, but, is it 1 month, 2 months of really hot versus our 3 months, 4 months of cold weather here in Indiana? I don't know. So, yeah, that smells good. Yeah, wow, all kinds of flavors or scents in here.
What's the first thing you pick out?
I get a sweetness, a floral. I definitely get, I get a light oak. I get a little bit of a Coca-Cola aroma to it, kind of a brown sugar. And I don't get any ethanol vapors to it at all. But you know what? What's really coming strong, what's coming through to me pretty strong is like a Coca-Cola vibe. See what you think?
Really?
Yeah.
I could see a Coca-Cola, like not effervescent Coca-Cola, but the syrup.
Like after the bubbles have gone away, all that initial carbonation has gone away out of your glass at a restaurant. Yeah. Which I don't dislike.
Yeah, it's kind of, if you've ever smelled the syrup, the Coca-Cola syrup, that's kind of what it smells like.
Yeah.
In Jersey, they used to have a syrup that you could buy in the jug. It was a cola syrup.
It's like a simple syrup, but it's just real thick? Or?
Yeah, and you mix it with, carbonated water, or a lot of people there just put it in water. I never liked it because it was like flat Coke.
Yeah,
but the syrup itself smelled like this.
Well, do you have some notes on what some of the nose notes are on here, or did you research that?
Yes, I did.
It smells really, really good, though. It smells a little more polished than some of the things we've been smelling and tasting lately.
Yeah.
Because again, right now we've been revisiting some of our bottles in our collection, doing it completely blind. But this smells like a more mature.
Yeah, it's been crafted a little bit.
Yeah, a maturity to it, I guess.
Yeah.
That's just off the nose, so.
But my notes say the nose, this blend of bourbon has a fragrant aroma.
It does.
Of caramelized brown sugar.
Yeah, I smell
and
that.
notes of honeysuckle. So I think that's kind of maybe that sweeter side.
Yeah.
With a little bit of almond, oak, cigar box. And cigar box is an interesting. So a lot of times we say tobacco.
Oh, yeah.
And
I get that tobacco. I get that cigar box.
But I always say a cigar box, to me, I always think of my father's Dutch Masters Perfecto cigar boxes.
Yep.
And it always smelled of a little bit of that tobacco mixed with that cardboard of the box itself. And I'm going to have to start remembering that one.
Like it's so funny. Like I didn't know anybody else who smoked cigars until I met your dad. But my uncle, I had Uncle Lester. My dad had an uncle, so it's my great uncle, I guess. Uncle Lester always had. I believe he also did Dutch Masters as well. And so you'd open up these boxes. They always saved the boxes for us. And you'd open them up, and that waft of,
boxes.
The nail to keep the clothes.
Little,
and then we take the nail out, and then we kids were given the boxes so we can decorate them, and they became our school boxes. Did you do that? Like take the boxes and wrap them like with other stuff, and they became your pencils and eraser boxes for your school.
We didn't do that, but we kept and used the boxes. We have boxes everywhere.
I don't know why that made me just remember that, but because you mentioned that. But anyway, but it doesn't strong. I mean, us going on about the Dutch Master boxes, that's not what primarily is what I'm thinking of, but it's just a fun memory. So anyway, what else besides anything else? Is that it for nosing? I mean, I get that. Didn't say anything about Coca-Cola.
No.
Oh, dang it. I mean, which again, it's all subjective. So what do you smell? You smell what you smell.
Yeah. And then the other notes were caramel, chocolate, fruit, either apples or blackberries, pears.
Nope, I don't have any of that.
Baking spices, and oak. So definitely we get the oak. Right, I'd have to look to find on the nose anyway, any of the fruits.
Well, I definitely got the fragrant, like right off the bat is something. So, but anyways, we've nosed it enough. Now let's taste it.
Oh, that sucked.
Oh, what do you mean? Oh, gotcha.
There you go.
I gotta go. All right.
So on the taste, on the palate, again, some caramel, chocolate, apple, cinnamon, cardamom, and oak.
You can feel the heat in that one. That's nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's why we're like, sip one. Day 2 of our Kentucky Bourbon Festival. This was the first sip and we said yes.
Yes, we did.
Yeah. 10 minutes into the show? I mean, to the festival?
Yeah.
That's really nice. That is really nice.
So Heather Greene started off as a bartender.
Okay.
And then wanted to get more into her craft. And then she ended up in Scotland working as a liaison or not liaison, but someone, evangelist or, enthusiast, someone who would get the word out for him. And so she ended up back in the States pushing their stuff. And then
was it Scotch? I'm assuming then?
It's Scotch, yeah.
Yeah, it has to be, right?
And then she wrote a book. And
she did, didn't she?
The book name was
Who Wrote the Book
Heather
of
Greene.
Love?
Da-da.
It wasn't Love, was it? It was a different person. Huh. Well, I did read that.
Oh, so her book was Whisky, parenthetical E, parenthetical, parentheses, left parentheses E, right
Whiskey with or without the E.
Yeah.
It's so usually without the E if it's talking about Irish or Scotch whiskey.
Right. But she has it whiskey, E, Y.
E, Y. So
the title, Whiskey Distilled, A Populist Guide to the Water of Life.
The Water of Life? The Water of Life. That's a pretty strong statement. The Water of Life. I thought the Water of Life was just water.
Yep. She was the first American woman on the Scotch Malt Whiskey Society tasting panel.
I didn't know
2005.
I didn't know there was such a thing.
Yeah.
But, okay, this is good. We don't even, whatever panel she was on, her experiences, this is really good stuff. I think what we also read about this particular bottle is there were 1,000 bottles issued out. And I'm guessing they sold a lot of bottles at the Kentucky Bourbon Fest, maybe 250, maybe, I don't know. I can't remember ever seeing this bottle anywhere. Have you seen Milam and Greene anywhere?
No.
We have to go back to our Texas video, because being that Milam and Greene is actually in Texas, let's see if we go back.
I'm just seeing if there's a bottle number.
Yeah, I don't know. But we need to see if in Texas, like at Specs or that Goody Goody video that we did, to see if we actually, when we pan back to this, see if we actually see this bottle anywhere.
Yeah.
But I think I was reading too that distributors were kind of like, oh, that's Milam and Greene. You guys are Texas whiskey people. And they were not talking, they wouldn't talk to them because they were Texas whiskey people. And, Texas whiskey is different. This one has nothing to do with Texas whiskey, being that it's got 4 years, how many casks of?
Yeah, all those things are distilled in those states, but everything's aged.
Yes,
this bottle is aged in Texas.
Yeah, but only 5 casks of a 4-year are Texas. So everything else is, this particular bottle is Kentucky bourbon. So, I mean, I get why distributors are like, I don't know about this Texas whiskey stuff, because it is.
I mean, we said the same thing. Texas bourbon, Texas whiskey is a different thing because it ages so quickly and differently, because the heat cycle that they have is daily.
Yeah, they can go
so hot in the day and so cold at night. Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. I mean, even though they don't have a per se winter period, they've got such low temperatures at night that it's going in and out, in and out. Mm-hmm. So that quick transition affects the flavor of the liquid. Yeah. So, but I think they've done a really good job at and I think they were distilling in larger, instead of a normal 53, it's like a 65, 68
big barrel.
A butt barrel.
A butt barrel?
A butt barrel.
Is that what they call it?
I think so, because it's a wine butt.
Oh.
Which is what Iron Root does as well.
I was going to say, Iron Root does the same thing. But those they're finished in big wine barrels. So is this one finished in barrel?
I don't think it's finished. I think their barrels are just large.
Okay. Whatever. It's good. It's really good. So I can't even tell you what do you think on the tasting notes? Did you happen to read what the tasting notes were? Because what are you getting? Not what their suggestions are, right?
I'm getting like a dark chocolate, little bit of a caramel, a little bit of a sweet something. Not like to me, I don't get that caramel. I don't get that creme brulee. But something. I don't know if that's what other people are saying is the fruit note, but I don't get a strong fruit note, but I get a sweetness from someplace.
It's got a little bit of a
might be like a black cherry or a black raspberry. Yeah. Not overly sweet or tart, just that aftertaste that you get from eating a berry.
But it's also blended right in there with that heat, I think, because you taste that and feel the heat all at the same time. Again, it's 118, which that's kind of high in proof. The first sip was like hit you, pow, but for us, it's like it dissipates pretty quick.
Yeah, I mean, it's hot, but it's not. It's
It's not Booker hot.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not Booker's hot. It's not Jim Beam hot, for sure.
It's not 130. No,
it's pretty smooth. It's It's flavorful, and it I think it's kind of pretty lasting. So, let me see what else. What else can I say about the flavor of that? But
the finish is kind of a medium to long finish. I mean, it's sticking around.
Yeah, it's sticking around.
I mean, it's not overly strong, but it's still there.
Mm-hmm.
I'm still experiencing it.
It's very sugar babies-ish.
Well, there's a taste.
But not super sweet. So,
yeah.
I guess that's
why I said it was
the
kind
brown sugar type, I think, influence.
Yeah, that's why I was saying it was kind of a dark chocolate sweetness. Not bitter, not overly sweet. It's just, kind of a dark colored, mellow.
Yeah.
But
so, okay, do you remember what the price was? I want to say I want to say like $150.
Actually, the receipt's probably right in there.
Yeah. I'm thinking it's probably $150 in that range.
Could be.
Yeah. Could be a little less than that. But
if I find the receipt, I'll put it in the description.
Yep. But it's definitely a limited edition. And this is cask strength. So it's not proof down.
Yeah. Cask strength.
Cask strength. And it came in a fun bottle. And it came with signatures. And it came with a really cute, fun group of people at the Kentucky Bourbon Fest. So, it definitely, to me, is definitely, if you see it out on the shelves, I'd say buy. Yeah. I'm not even going to say how much. I don't want to get to that whole point of would you pay X dollars for it or whatever. I don't want to play that game in the sense of if you like it, buy it. If you have the means to buy it, buy it. Right? No? What?
Well.
Wait, what? What do you mean?
I don't remember what this costs, and I'm not comparing this to other costs, but I think in future episodes we may want to say, hey, is this bottle worth $200?
Oh.
And I say that because I was watching our friends over at SLB, and they were reviewing a $200 bottle.
Yeah.
And they were very unhappy with it at that price point. So
$199 is a tough point.
Yeah, if you're making something $200, you better damn well be good.
Yeah. It's a lot of money.
Yeah.
And I think I say that because I feel like I've lost my objectivity when it comes to like what would you pay or what did you not pay, because we paid all the prices all over the place that I don't feel like I can go, I wouldn't pay more than that for it, because I probably did pay more than XYZ. You know? Yeah,
but we're not the average drinker.
Maybe.
Or collector. But we do need to, for our viewers, for our chasers, for our neaters, we need to kind of say, hey, here's that price point, and here's what we think of it. I mean, the liquid is good or bad, but if it's good, but really expensive, then I've always said I can buy something really good at $200, or I can buy one bottle of that, or I can buy 4 bottles at $25 that are also good.
Yeah, I'm thinking it really.
What you have to balance that. You have to become your own scale. So.
Yep. Well, yeah, that's true. But I also think as we're doing our 2 for Tuesday series, I think we're finding out that there's some stuff that we paid. I mean, all over the place, right? That we're finding out that, man, I really don't like that. But is it the lower priced stuff that we're not liking, or it's just different stuff that we're just like, meh, don't think I'll buy it again? I don't know. I think it's
a little bit for us. I think because we have so many, we've got so much variety to choose from, and that we've gone through and tasted.
Yeah.
I think our palate is quickly going from beginners to this is what we like, and we've narrowed it down.
Yeah.
Now, and again, there is no bad bourbon if you like it.
Yeah.
If you like that bottle, then that is all that matters. It doesn't matter. All we're trying to do is say, this is our take on this bottle. If you like what I say, then follow the things I like. If you like what Dawn likes, go out and try and find the things that she likes.
Yeah.
And that's why on our website I try to put what we've liked so that you can follow and get. If Mike likes this, then I'm liking those same things, so he's probably the things. Because again, in wine, dry wine, sweet wine. So we're opposite ends of our wine cellar.
It's kind of surprising we even like mutual bourbons, to be honest with you, which is kind of nice because then we don't have to go like extremes on that as well. But
we just have one bourbon cellar.
Yeah. Well, I guess digress on that topic. It really is about Milam and Greene. Unabridged, Volume 3. We both really liked it. We got it as MSRP at Kentucky Bourbon Fest in Bardstown this past year, and I think it's phenomenal. I don't know if you think it's phenomenal on that scale, but if you don't want to put the cash out for something like that, find somebody who will send you a sample.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Make friends.
make friends.
But
Yep.
try first, go to a better bar that might have it and say,
Yeah.
let me try that.
Yeah.
And then if you really like it and it's in your budget,
And let's be honest, it's like, I mean, if you're kind of all about, here, I am a woman, hear me roar, women owned.
three principal
Yeah.
people involved.
Yeah.
2 co-owners and the master distiller are
yep,
all women.
who happened to win awards at the symposium. So
Yep.
there you go. What else can be said?
Anyway, I think we're going to cut it at that.
Mm-hmm.
But that was Milam and Greene, Volume 3, Unabridged.
Yep. Let us know what you think if you have volume 3, and if you have volume 1 and 2. Let us know what you think about that too.
Yeah.
So maybe we'll go chase that.
Yeah, we weren't aware of the 1 and 2, so our friend we just found out has
2.
2.
Mm-hmm.
So if you have 1 or 2, and put in the comments what you think of it. Let everyone else know what you thought of it.
Yep. So at that point we got to cut. So we are out.
Out.
Chasing meat. Out.